alcohol, xylitol, mannitol, all of those will rot your liver. Alcohol will make your liver hard, so you switch it from damaging your pancreas to damaging your liver. So all of those sugars that end in OL are alcohol sugars.
The maple syrup is no good?
Maple sap from a tree is mildly sweet, but I've never seen nobody go up and suck on a damn maple tree. What we'd have is 30 gallons of maple sap that we boil down to 1 gallon to get the concentration of the sugar. Maple sap is not sweet as maple syrup. That's a concentrate. All syrups are concentrates. Ask yourself, can maple syrup grow if I put it in the ground? Then I shouldn't need it. Can a Coca-Cola grow if I put it in the ground? I shouldn't need it. I'm just saying, put it on that level, then you grasp what I'm trying to say. These things are made by man. And you don't want to do that. Men cannot play God. What are we doing here? So it's a valid question. You can't make maple syrup grow. You can't make white sugar grow. It's a glycerin anyway, and it's used to blow up stuff in the first place. That's how we blow up stuff. And if you put a bug in it, the bug would just evaporate. Except a Negro, that's another story. They just multiply. So maple syrup is not a food. Honey is not a food. The bees don't eat it. Only the queen eats it. And she's a professional hoe. So I'm just saying, you don't do, honey will not grow if you put it in the ground. It will not. So don't eat it. It's not alive. After a while, it's not that difficult to be healthy. It's just very difficult to be stupid. You got to practice every day. Wake up in the morning and say something stupid. Say something stupid. Get your day started right. You have to practice every skill. If you want to play the piano, you got to practice. If you want to be stupid, you got to practice. Yeah. Wipe your mouth with toilet paper. Fart on the dinner table. I don't know. I don't know that many stupid people. Nonetheless, we're just trying to get a better idea of what's going here with this manipulation of food and the manipulation of people. Because if I know how to manipulate the minerals, I can manipulate you. It's a very dangerous thing. I know that if I take away the manganese, I get a seedless grape. It's a mineral. If I block that, some children will not eat a grape if it has a seed in it because they ain't never seen it. They throw the damn thing away. This is a new era here. Seed in here? What's the seed going in the watermelon? I throw the damn watermelon away. But I know how to manipulate the minerals, so I block the manganese and we will have seedless watermelon. And manganese helps you nurture yourself, nurture your children, you see? So I stop the women from getting manganese and they can't nurture their children. They liable to cuss their child up. And that's what's happening. You've seen the results of someone manipulating minerals because we know it. We only have to know 30 minerals to manipulate someone. A chemist is a dangerous person without morals, you see. No morals at all. Choline helps you feel good, so if I block that, you have a problem feeling good. If I block the absorption of lithium, you're manic depressed. And someone who is manic depressed, I give them lithium. Because we know how to manipulate you by manipulating the minerals. Very dangerous people, a chemist and a biologist with no morals here. That's why they put sugar in all condoms now. I don't want to explain that way. Sorry, I went the wrong way. I should have got on another subject. Now then, this is what is going on. People know how to block certain absorption of minerals so they can manipulate you, because to manipulate you, all I got to do is get you to eat. You got to eat. I ain't even worried about a revolution if I can get you to eat, because I can block these minerals. Now, the thing is, when a plant is sick, it reproduces quick. We say if it's sickly, it reproduces quickly. So if I put a drug in the soil, what you call fertilizer, I poison the soil, I put a seed in the soil, and the plant says, I better hurry up and grow before this dirt kills me. That's what fertilizers do. They drug the soil, so drugging you is already a done deal. That's why they call it plantations. They study the dirt and the plants, and they know how to mess you up. Black people don't like dirt. We don't call it soil, we call it dirt. Ooh, that's dirt. God made that, that's soil. We don't like dirt. Dirt was our enemy. Cotton fields, cane fields, so we don't even like to farm anymore. Because we got this whole negative connotation from our post-traumatic slavery trauma, nice words of saying you messed up, you crazy. Anytime you don't like dirt, you crazy. Without it, what happens? We starve. You have to have a relationship with the soil, but nonetheless, I'm saying you won't find a lot of black people say, oh, I'm gonna grow some cotton and pick it. Really? Ain't nobody black gonna do that. We grow some weed, but wait a minute, I didn't even go there. Because people don't know how to grow that even. They use fertilizers for that, and they genetically modify that. That's what they're doing. They're just growing a chemical, decorated as a plant. You're missing the whole thing here. You're asking these people to help you be healthy. And that's not to their benefit to be healthy.
Right.
When you're dysfunctional, they can make money. They make money off your dysfunctionality. They made you dysfunctional by giving you an education. Because Christopher Columbus discovered Africa. And Snow White, she discovered America. They tell you some ludicrous stuff now. Because Christopher Columbus never even came to America. He was in Cuba, Hispaniola. They tell you some ludicrous stuff to miseducate you, and then you got to unravel all this stuff. Then you want to talk to your friends, and they black, and they say, I don't believe that. That's some of that voodoo stuff.
Right.
You know, they're going to reject you. No. The brother's screwing the lady, right? He's not screwing the brother. You got that wrong. You know, you must be having sex with oatmeal mayonnaise. I mean, really. We've been terribly miseducated. So the thing is to overcome our miseducation to be educated. So it becomes rather difficult. Now then, I stopped at the frying pan, but I didn't go to the fork and the spoon because the spoon is the moon and the round plate is the sun and the fork is the four children of the sun and the moon. Totally African invention. But if you've been taught to see, you don't see Africa even when it's in front of you. The round plate is the sun god. I think it's called Ra and something. Yeah, and the moon is the spoon. And they had four children, which some people call Isis and Osiris and all that. Some people call it the North, South, East, and West. They're different names. But that's Africa right in front of you. And you can't see it because someone taught you how to see. Because you believe and then you see. You don't see and you believe and then you see. Because you see with your brain. Your eyes can't see nothing. Eyes don't know what it's seeing. Your brain says, you just saw a fool. You see with your brain, you taste with your brain, you touch with your brain, you smell with your brain. You have one sense, 5 sensors. 1 sense, 5 sensors. You taste with your brain, you hear with your brain. Ears don't know what they're hearing. Worst of all, I see 30 and 40-year-old men listening to 20-year-old guys talk, and I'm saying, what the hell? You call it rap music if you want. What the hell I'm gonna listen to somebody like Hubert Harrison, some wisdom somewhere. Hubert Harrison is the man that Marcus Garvey read. He read his books. Hubert Harrison. So why should I go to an 18-year-old person and listen to them? That's what you're doing. You listen to rap music. I said, man, that's a retarded person here. You wanna learn, you go to a teacher who has more than you. That's what I'm trying to say. You going to someone they couldn't piss in a shoe. They put directions in there. Another subject altogether. I didn't mean to go there. I'm sorry. I'm educated. I went to white school. I know stuff. That black thing. I just don't like talking to penises. That's all right. I have problems. I have issues. I'm sorry. It It took me a while to get over eating soup with a cracker. I'm just telling you. Messed up my psyche. I have issues, sorry. I didn't mean to. So nonetheless, we're trying to just dispel some of these myths and get to really what's going on here, so we can see things clearly. We see that nature combines food for us. You will never find sweet potatoes growing next to corn oil. I mean, it doesn't, nature doesn't put these, you won't even see chickens growing next to that. Nature puts things together that belong together. And we're putting things together that don't belong together. White people and black people.
Nope.
The people that want to be with them, we call them assimilationists and integrationists.
Right.
If you're into integration, you're on the TV.
Yep. Yep.
But if you're not into that, you ain't getting on the TV.
Nope. Right.
You got to assimilate, you know.
That's right.
Straighten your hair. Ask Oprah.
That's right.
Yep.
I mean, if you're a billionaire, you say, hell, I wear my hair the way I want. You know. But she's assimilation. I have nothing against her. I'm just saying it's the effects of white supremacy on her.
Right, right.
It gets all of us in some different way. It didn't just get Michael Jackson. It got you too. In a different way.
That's right.
Right.
So don't think all that stuff you be thinking. So, there's some way in you as a white person. So what we're trying to do is just try to achieve a better understanding of things. I was mentioning the pancreas, and I was saying concentrates. I was telling you the damaging effect of a concentrate, such as white sugar, or bleached white flour, or white rice, or syrups. That's a concentrate, and the pancreas is not used to dealing with that. So it burns out the black part of the pancreas that makes everything work. We call it the islands of Langerhans. It's the black dots on the pancreas. Because everything comes from the black dot. You have 12 black dots on your brain stem. White people have 2. It looks like their brain, but it doesn't function like their brain. So we think we're looking at the brain, but all you're looking at is the fat around the brain. That's the insulation around the wire, like here. There's electricity inside of it, inside of your brain, but it needs that insulation. That's what you see when you see a picture of the brain. You see in the fat around the brain, because the brain runs on fat. We call it ketones in chemistry, that sort of thing. So we have never really seen the brain. We're just looking at fat. They're just trying to condition the brothers to look at fat hips, fat tits. We fat orientated. You might as well get some fat back, put it in the refrigerator, and look at it every morning so you get horny. We messed up. So it's kind of, we got to get through all of that ignorance to understand what the brain is. You see? Because we've been miseducated. We say, oh, we got to study these neurons. It gives off the electricity. That's the brain. No, it isn't. 80% of the brain is glial cells, female. And we never study female. We're coming out of Greece. We're coming out of Greek chemistry, Greek biology. We don't study female. The hell with that. I'm telling you how the Greeks roll. You don't know about them?
Yeah, you better research.
Yeah. Because that's what we're imitating. That's what the Europeans always look to. They tell you Greece, 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 Greece.
That's true.
You go to Greece and you see Nero loves Johnson, you know, and all that written on the walls. Nonetheless, for the freaky Greekies, I mean for people who have studied Greece, all I'm trying to say is that we're coming from their vision of what life is about, what food is about, so we're getting a little lost. And I'm just trying to go with sum up. The body cannot deal with a concentrate. There's no such thing as a concentrate in nature. A concentrate is you buying spring water from a store. It's not spring water, it's water that came from a spring. But spring water has plants in it, dead leaves in it. It's alive. There's fungus in it. A fish has peed in it. It's alive. What do you think fish is doing? Getting out the water, going to the toilet? They bust a turd in that water and they say, I got spring water. Yeah, keep on drinking shit. I mean, really. I didn't mean to go there because I'm intelligent, whatever. So the water is from a spring, but they filter out all the living part of it. So So what you want to get is living stuff, and that's what you call live food, organic, non-GMO, which is very expensive because it takes wealth to be health in America.
Yes.
You ain't got wealth, you ain't gonna get health in this country. It's very expensive to go to the Whole Foods. The Whole gonna take all your money. That's whole paycheck. That's whole paycheck. That's what it is. Because they price us out of being healthy. So we have to survive. So you go to the regular grocery stores and get their beans and their brown rice because they're selling it now. They'll wait. You don't have to go into the Whole to be healthy. You have to know how to shop. And you have to read labels. You want healthy toothpaste, it should have a square on the end of it. It should be green or blue. If this toothpaste you got black on the end of it, you know you're eating some junk. You buy some water, it should have a 7 and a triangle on the bottom. If it doesn't have a 7, you got plastic that had sperm in it, Leroy in it, pesticide in it, herbicide, gasoline, nuclear waste. You eating that kind of plastic because that plastic is liquid and gets into the water. So you got to find a 7. Certain things you got to do in self-defense because they're not going to tell you. You don't want perfume toilet paper. That's cancerous. Yo, your ass smells good, but you're dying. So you want toilet paper that's unscented. If you can get it white because that way you can get some revenge. I have issues. I was raised in a Catholic. So you want unscented toilet paper. Certain things you can do. Do not think it becomes I can't do that. That's strict. You know, that's what people do. I can't live like that. That's too strict. You're too strict. No, I'm not. I'm trying to strictly live. That's all the strict. I'm about living. Your body does not like these things that are not made by nature. That's all I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is Muhammad didn't go to McDonald's. Eat like these damn prophets and you'll be all right. That's all I'm saying. Jesus didn't do that either. Jesus ate organic. So did Muhammad. Now, you're going to follow a prophet, follow them. That's what I say. You're going to follow it halfway. I'm saying, no, they ate organic. Yes, they did, all of them. Jesus, Muhammad, Moses, all of them. And look at you. So, I'm not trying to get on people. You just do the best you can. I mean, if one bowel movement of the week is your thing, go right ahead. Save some in the toilet paper. I know you're a cheap Negro, so go ahead. But you should be busting at least 3 turds a day. At least. And you shouldn't have to grunt. The turd should just slip out of your ass like that. If you're sitting on the toilet, you know, all this grunting and stuff. What are you doing? Turd been in you so long, I got gray hairs on it. Need to go to a nursing home. Another subject altogether. I didn't mean to go there. Y'all just do the best you can. So, you want to try to get the proper evacuation. So you want some books so you can raise your knees above your navel when you're sitting on the toilet, which is totally a European invention. Totally. There's no such thing as toilets in the pyramids. Everybody squatted. In Vietnamese, all these people squat. Only people sitting on the toilet is white people. I have nothing against white people. So my best friends are white. They're all in the cemetery, but they're my best friends. No problem. What I'm trying to say is it's easy to be healthy. You don't have to go into Whole Foods. You just got to say, wait a minute, I don't need to eat the sugar here. I'm addicted to sugar. Why am I addicted to sugar? Because all drugs are addicting. Alcohol's a drug, cocaine's a drug, sugar's a drug. It's an isolated substance. You see? You isolate the cocaine from the coca leaf, you got a drug. You isolate the heroin from the poppy seed, you got a drug. So sugar is a drug, and all drugs are addicting. And you are addicted to sugar. You're just not admitting it. You are a sugarholic. You're a starchaholic. The starches, when they process, turn into sugar quickly. And they rot in your body, producing alcohol. So now you're addicted to sugar and addicted to the species, alcohol species, which is vinegar. So you're addicted to all that. Don't think it's just one thing you're addicted to. The addictions are bipolar. There's nothing wrong with addiction. Don't try to get rid of it. You're addicted to being healthy. You're addicted to learning. Don't try to get rid of your addiction. Try to use it properly. There's nothing wrong with these things. Nothing wrong with hating. You can hate the right things. I hate people that kill babies. Hate is bipolar. Hate can be used for your good or your bad. Money is not evil. You can use money to help people. It's people that are evil, not money.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say. Addiction is not bad. It's people that are bad. You're going the wrong way with this thing because we've been miseducated to do that. Now then, so I'm saying there's some easy things you can do. If you're eating properly, you shouldn't have to grease yourself up with lotion and all that stuff because the sugar is drying out your skin. Alcohol dries out your skin and sugar turns into alcohol. That's how you make alcohol. You get a carbohydrate, barley, ferment it, you got alcohol.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how we do it. You ferment some grapes, you got wine. You got to have a carbohydrate to make alcohol. Even if you eat it, the body's going to make alcohol, but it's only going to make 1 drop per 100 pounds per 30 minutes. It's not going to make no shot of booze. You go to the bar and buy a glass of alcohol, that's damn near a month's supply. You got to go to the bar and say, give me 2 drops of alcohol. So you don't want to go there. Because to be healthy, you got to go against all of this stuff that's fighting you back. You're sitting down, you're trying to eat properly, and somebody waving a pig foot in your face. I know you want some of this. I know you want some of this. You know, they're trying to entice you back on the plantation. You're trying to run away.
Right.
So I'm saying when you do try to be more healthy, be aware that the Negro is going to try to trip you up. They are. Right. They're going to bite you around the house. Oh, you come on by, I want to talk to you. And they know they're frying chicken. They So what you have to do is start eliminating some of your friends, and they may be in your family.
Absolutely.
I'm just telling you, this is an expensive thing. Knowledge comes with some torture, too.
Right.
It comes with torture. You want to tell this Negro something, but you know if you do, you're going to get cussed out. You say, no, I can't tell him. I just can't tell him. You can't wake up every sleeping dog, because some of these dogs will bite you. I'm just saying, just be careful. I learned this from Dr. Afrika. No, you ain't learned it from me. Don't blame me. So realize that you may lose some friends, and people may talk about you because you're trying to be healthy, but you're doing something that God wants you to do. So don't even worry about it. That's their problem. Say it that way. That's their problem. And don't try to help everybody. Some cars get totally wrecked. Some cars you can't fix. Some Negroes you can't fix. They go into Negro land and they'll be happy.
Absolutely.
So you have to know when to give knowledge to someone, when to try to help someone. So always practice the 3 T's. Talk, teach, or treat. If talking doesn't help the person, teach them. If teaching doesn't help them, they need psychotherapy. They need treatment. So you got to say, wait a minute, 3 T's. Can I talk to this Negro? No. Can I teach them? No, I don't have enough crayons to write in their book. So you know they need treatment. And you got to ask yourself, am I a psychotherapist or am I just psyched? Don't do it. I used to be a psychotherapist for 15 years. I don't do that. People say, what's wrong with me, Doc? I said, you're breathing. I'll walk away. I don't do that stuff anymore. So I'm saying, you can be knowledgeable, but don't try to teach everybody you meet. Be nice. So when you're trying to give a person treatment, you got to go emotional. Emotions are the first language that you learn. You cannot speak Swahili to your mother when you're an infant, but you can speak emotions. Your mother can say, I feel there's something wrong with this child. Because you're speaking emotions. So emotions is the first language, and that's what the person needs to get them. To reel them in, you got to get them emotional. You know what preachers do. They get you all revved up, singing that song. They running around on the stage, screaming, hollering. The whole audience gets emotional. Then they say, I need some money for my love child. What about that trip to Paris I want to take with my hoe? I mean, You gotta get them emotionally attached, and we call that a psychotherapy of some sort. So I'm just warning you some things. Don't do it. Some things are too emotionally expensive for you to do. Just say, look, I would talk to you today, but you're too emotionally expensive. You're not in my emotional budget. Have a budget. Say, I do one Negro a week. That's it. Have a budget. I'm just telling you. You get worn out. A Negro will wear you out. So I'm just warning you, it's all right for you to be healthy and all that stuff, but don't try to just wake up everybody. Leave it alone. Some of these people need a fish sandwich and let them stay on the corner. So, you know, my sister was giving this guy, nothing personal, it's just a family thing, and we're all family, right?
Yeah.
Except for some of you. Yeah, okay. So, my sister was giving $1 to this person. I'm trying to say, don't give dollars, money to these homeless people. And she got ticked off when she saw the guy in the bank. He put money in his account, writing checks. So that's when she got mad. She said, I ain't giving them any money anymore. I said, I tried to tell you. She can't even have a bank account. She messed up her credit so bad. Another stuff we go together. We have to delete that out because my sister don't like me to talk about it. She's older than me. You know, she thinks I'm still that little boy. You know, she gives me orders and stuff. Yeah. I'm 70 years old. The woman treat me like I'm some little kid. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't tell me what's on your mind. I know you before you were born. Okay. All right. I know you before you were born. That's how they talk. Nonetheless, let me go back to some heavy stuff here. Okay. Now then, keep in mind that we say something is H2O. H is hydrogen. O is oxygen. They're totally different, but when you put them together, you make a whole nother chemical. It's called water. You still with me? Mm-hmm. If you put sugar with bleach white cloud, you have just made a whole nother chemical. We don't know what the hell it'll do. We know what sugar do. We know what bleach white cloud do. When you put them together, you made a new chemical. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't know what these chemical combinations are doing because nobody's studied them. We know what sugar do, yeah, but when you put sugar with bleach white flour, that's another chemical. H, hydrogen is different from oxygen, but when you put them together, you got a whole nother chemical. That's what I'm trying to say. Children figure this out. We don't. They know the mother and the father, and they treat them as one. They figure it out and say, now, if I want to get something done, get my mother agitated, she get on my father's nerve, he say, oh, go to get a burger. So they say, I get the mother upset. Mother upsets the husband. You follow me? And then they mess with the father. I say, well, we order some pizza. The kids manipulated the hell out of them. That's all they got to do. That's their job. They wake up in the morning and say, how can I get what I want out of this sucker? That's all they do. They study you day and night, exchanging texts with other kids. You got your mind on bills, food, clothing, laundry, car, all that stuff, and they just sitting there, how can I get what I want out of this sucker? And that's all they do every day. Their job is you. They don't need a job, they got a job. They can tell what's going on by the way you walk in the house. He had a bad day at the office. Let me piss him off some more. Then I can get this pizza. You know? They set you up. I got all the tricks in my book. Tell you all their manipulations, how to block them, how to wear them out. That's right, you gotta wear them out sometimes. I teach you how to switch back and forth, you know, left hemisphere, right hemisphere, you wear them out, box them in a corner. Because you can't out-argue them, you know? They know what to do. They know you the wife and you mad at your husband, your face looks like your husband. You don't know that. You see a couples together,